It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. We're just moments away from the action, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when his typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Kyler starting off with the throw. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hit some space around midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Conner. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Julian Blackmon.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
They'll throw on first. Able to get it to Moreau. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 3. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. A give right side to Connor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, ball at the 36. Right back to Connor. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Taken in by Tip Ryman. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The 1st down carry for Connor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. And that will not be enough for a first down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Murray to throw here on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. To throw it on 1st down. This finds Moreau. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They just get the play off. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Dropping back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Greg Dortch back to return for the Cardinals. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. The Cardinals offense making its way out. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Chase Young bringing him down there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Third down, Connor gets it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. It's Connor again. Down the sideline inside the 30. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Kyler throwing here. Has it in close. And in for the Arizona touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Saints come marching onto the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. This finds Cooks complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete to Kamara. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He finds Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Sending a receiver left. Still sticking with the passing game. Gets this one to Shaheed. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Shaheed coming in motion left. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints in position to attempt a field goal. On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Mikatomny's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. DJ Dallas now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. McBride hauls it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got him, that's McBride. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to the air, Murray. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. From the gun, it's Murray. Left side into the hands of McBride. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Badgley able to knock it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He's gonna lob one deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So we've reached the halftime break, and it's the Cardinals, the Redbirds, leading so far on the road. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Miller on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another run for Kamara. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That's a pickup of 9. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Going to the ground again on first. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They send him left out of the slot. From the 33 on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. Kamara still has room inside the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Akers. Is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints tie things 10-10. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play action now, Murray. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Cardinals out for the punt. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Murray to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll run the counter to Connor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains, well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Connor here from the gun. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Escapes the... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. Forced it, and they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Murray. This will be cut by Connor. And this one does not go far. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running behind center with Kamara. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Running right, it's Kamara. Gets him the first, past the 15. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Running back sent in motion. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Connects with Johnson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll try and throw it here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Pressure coming, it's Murray. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's Murray. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Handoff goes to Connor, running left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Murray on the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Murray here on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. A give right side to Connor. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming. He's back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for... Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Ooh, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Got all of it, and this is good. And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Shaheed now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Put the body on the line for his team. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
They go play action on first. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. That's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down after a short gain. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints down by only 3. And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. Third down coming. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw it. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here he is to throw. Taken in by Shaheed. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. Kamara's got it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Third and 4 coming up now. Here he is to throw. And he's got it for the touchdown. But while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. They'll run here following the penalty. And it's a gain on the run down to the 23. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on fourth down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. On fourth down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. This one from an even 40 yards out. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Dallas with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Connor trying the right side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Second and 3 now. Back to throw. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Dallas with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Second and 8. Jones reels it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to find Jones. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. This is Connor. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First down, ball at the 36. Murray looking to throw. This one's quickly to Jones. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Right back to Connor. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. Throw right side, and McBride has it. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And he's made the catch to silence this crowd. It's a touchdown. This game is over. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Miller on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. He fires one deep down the middle. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. To throw here on 1st down. On the move, headed right. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
When the play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he sails that one over the end zone.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Setting up a throw. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Garrett Williams.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from New Orleans.